We'll start with next chapter, differentiation. So first we'll define what is differentiation. Already in the first year you have learnt about the definition of differentiation, what is differentiation and what are the standard forms. Just in short we'll revise. So first I will define what is differentiation. Differentiation is calculation of rate of change of function. Rate of change of function. So differentiation is calculation of rate of change of function. Now we'll define what is exactly the meaning of derivative. Suppose if I take a function, let y equals to f of x be a function. Now if limit of f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h as h tends to 0 exists. This is on your last year definition. If limit of f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h as h tends to 0 exists. So where h is called increment. What is h here? H is increment. Where h is called increment. If limit of f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h as h tends to 0 exists, we say that function is differentiable and it is denoted by dy by dx. It is denoted by dy by dx. That is, limit of delta y by delta x as delta x tends to 0 equals to limit of f of x plus h minus f of x divided by h as h tends to 0. If this limit exists, we say the function is differentiable, and this left hand side, limit of delta y by delta x as delta x tends to 0 is denoted by dy by dx, and right hand side by corresponding derivative. So for example, instead of f of x, if I take sin x, then the value of sin x becomes cos x. So this in detail we'll come to know once we define the different standard forms. So this limit of delta y by delta x as delta x tends to 0 is denoted by dy by dx. And what is dy by dx? Dy by dx means d by dx of y. What is dy by dx? d by dx of y, and it is read as derivative of y with respect to x. It is read as derivative of y with respect to x. Now there are some more notations for dy by dx. So dy by dx is also equals to, means it can also be written as f dash x. It can also be written as y1. It can also be written as y dash. It can also be written as dy. Now while writing dy by dx, you should be very careful. So this dy by dx, if you write like this is wrong. So this d by dx is a single differential operator. Always you have to write one below the other, and you should go on replacing the value of y. So it is d by dx of y. Now we'll come to the different standard forms which already you have learnt last year. Along with different standard forms, we'll be adding some more standard forms this year, so which you have learnt in the last chapter, inverse trigonometric functions. So we'll be adding some more standard forms of inverse trigonometric function. So I will write here list of standard derivatives. List of standard derivatives. Now, the whole differentiation is based on the following standard forms. So some standard forms are not there, but for convenience I will make some standard forms and give you. Totally there will be 20 standard forms and around 5 to 6 algebraic forms. So these 20 standard forms you should be very perfect so that you can go through differentiation very easily, or you can solve the sums based on differentiation. So one by one I will define. So first we'll start with trigonometric functions. So serial number 1. So d by dx of, first one is d by dx of sin x. So meaning is derivative of sin x. So derivative of sin x is cos x. You have to remember this. D by dx of cos x. Derivative of cos x is minus sin x. So derivative of sin x is cos x. Second one, derivative of cos x is minus sin x. Then we'll come to d by dx of third function tan x. That is derivative of tan x. Derivative of tan x is sec square x. Derivative of tan x is sec square x. Next we'll come to d by dx of cosecant x. Derivative of cosecant x is minus cosecant x into cot x. That is cosec x into cot x. Next is d by dx of sec x. That is derivative of sec x. Derivative of sec x is sec x into tan x. Next function is d by dx of cot x. Derivative of cot x is minus cosec square x. So these are the 6 trigonometric functions. Derivative of sin x is cos x. Derivative of cos is minus sin. Derivative of tan is sec square x. Derivative of cosec is minus cosec into cot. Derivative of sec is sec into tan. And derivative of cot is minus cosec square x. Next we'll go for the algebraic functions which already you have defined last year. That is d by dx of x raised to n. So where n is integer, means it may be positive number, negative number or rational number. So derivative of x raised to n is n into x raised to n minus 1. This is very, very important formula. So most of the sums, they will involve algebraic functions. Then, so this you have to use it for convenience. This you can use only when the power of n is positive or when the given function is in numerator. Now, if it is d by dx of 1 upon x raised to n, this is additional formula I am giving you. So d by dx of x raised to n is minus n upon x raised to n plus 1. So wherever function is given in numerator, you can use first formula. Whenever algebraic function is given in denominator, you can use second formula. The second one you can also write in the form of x raised to minus n. If you take to numerator x raised to minus n and apply first formula, to avoid confusion, I have made a separate formula and given you. So x raised to n is n into x raised to n minus 1. 1 upon x raised to n is minus n upon x raised to n plus 1. Now the next is d by dx of root x. Derivative of root x is 1 by 2 root x. This is very, very important formula. Derivative of root x is 1 by root x. Then derivative of x, d by dx of x. Derivative of x is 1. This is also very important form. So wherever x comes, you can use directly 1. Here I will give one more additional. So you can say note. So if it is d by dx of 1 upon x, most of the time you come across, you can use directly minus 1 upon x square. So derivative of 1 upon x is minus 1 upon x square. Actually it is 1 upon x means 1 upon x raised to 1 form. It will be like 1 upon x raised to 1 form. If you apply 1 upon x raised to n formula, you get minus 1 upon x square. Why I have given you as a standard form means most of the time you come across 1 upon x directly. So you can consider these 5 as most important algebraic forms. X raised to n is n into x raised to n minus 1. 1 upon x raised to n is minus n upon x raised to n plus 1. So this I told you, you can also use first formula by taking to numerator and writing as x raised to minus n, but don't do it. You can use directly this formula. Derivative of root x is 1 by 2 root x. Derivative of x is 1. Derivative of 1 upon x is minus 1 divided by x square. This is additional supplement I have given you. Next we'll come to the 6 inverse trigonometric forms. So I'll go to 6 inverse trigonometric forms. So up to 10 it is over. Then the 11th one I will start with d by dx of sine inverse of x. Already inverse trigonometric function you have learned this year. So we'll be adding derivative of these two standard forms. Derivative of sine inverse of x is 1 divided by root of 1 minus x square. So what is derivative of sine inverse of x? 1 upon root of 1 minus x square. Next, d by dx of cos inverse of x. Cos inverse of x is minus 1 divided by root of 1 minus x square. So there is no much difference in the first and second. The values are same, only first one is plus, second one is minus. Then we come to d by dx of tan inverse of x. Derivative of tan inverse of x is 1 upon 1 plus x square. Next we come to d by dx of cot inverse of x. Derivative of cot inverse of x is again minus 1 upon 1 plus x square. You can see tan inverse and cot inverse almost same, but tan inverse is plus, cot inverse is minus. Then we come to d by dx of cosec inverse of x. Derivative of cosec inverse of x. So it is minus 1 divided by x into root of x square minus 1. Minus 1 divided by x into root of x square minus 1. Next, d by dx of sec inverse of x. Sec inverse of x is 1 divided by x into root of x square minus 1. So these are the 6 inverse trigonometric functions. Sine inverse is 1 upon root of 1 minus x square. Cos inverse is minus 1 upon root 1 minus x square. Tan inverse is 1 upon 1 plus x square. Cot inverse is minus 1 upon 1 plus x square. Cosec inverse is minus 1 upon x into root of x square minus 1. Sec inverse is 1 upon x into root of x square minus 1. So right from beginning, if you go through trigonometric and inverse trigonometric, you can just keep it in mind. The function, whether it is trigonometric or inverse trigonometric, the function which starts with letter C. The function which starts with letter C, its derivative is negative. Its derivative is negative. You can see whether it is inverse trigonometric function or trigonometric function. If it starts with letter C, its derivative is negative. For example, cos is minus, cosec is minus, cot is minus, and here cos inverse is minus, cot inverse is minus, cosec inverse is minus. Next we'll come to exponential functions. So I will write as 17th. So d by dx of e raised to x. So this is exponential function. Derivative of e raised to x is e raised to x. So next is d by dx of a raised to x. A raised to x is a raised to x into log of a to the base e. Then we come to one function, that is log function, d by dx of log x to the base e is 1 upon x. D by dx of log x to the base e is 1 upon x. The last standard form, d by dx of c. What is c here? C is constant. What is c here? C is constant, and derivative of constant is always 0. In general, how to identify constants? Except x, y, z, theta and t. Except these 5 alphabets, anything which comes in differentiation you can consider as constant. This is very important. So except x, y, z, theta and t. This x, y, z, theta and t are considered as variables. Apart from this, any alphabet is used, it can be considered as constant. It may be numerical number or it may be A, B, C, D, any alphabet. You have to consider as constant, and always derivative of constant is 0. You can see now there are totally 20 standard forms. The entire differentiation is based on these 20 standard forms. And then we have some algebraic forms. This also you have learnt last year. Just in short, I will revise algebraic forms. So, which are these algebraic forms? Now, given some may be in the form of plus, minus, into, division. So, based on that, there are some results how to use or how to apply while solving sums. They are called algebraic forms. For example, so suppose if y is equal to sin x plus x square, or y may be x square minus e raised to x. In the first it is plus, in the second it is minus. Combining these two, we have a standard algebraic form. So we can write if y equals to u plus or minus v, or we can take one more function plus or minus w. Then what will be dy by dx? Dy by dx will be du by dx plus or minus dv by dx plus or minus dw by dx. Means if it is plus, you have to take plus. If it is minus, you have to take minus. And this plus or minus you have to keep separately and write derivative of all functions individually one by one. This is called u plus v formula, general formula. So this is your first algebraic form. Then the second, your given sum may be like y is equal to u into v. U into v means product of two functions. For example, if we take y is equal to x square sin x. So this is exactly product of two functions. X square derivative can be found using x raised to n formula. Here this derivative can be found using standard form. But for u into v, we have algebraic formula. So dy by dx will be, we write as u into dv by dx plus v into du by dx. First you have to keep first function constant, differentiate second, plus second constant, differentiate first. Then we come to third algebraic formula. So if it is product of three functions like y equals to u into v into w. So this will be dy by dx equals to, so first you have to keep uv as it is into dw by dx plus next vw as it is into du by dx. Next plus you have to keep wu as it is, I will write here wu as it is into dv by dx. So this is your formula. So we'll rewrite this formula again. It will be dy by dx equals to uv into dw by dx plus vw into du by dx plus wu into dv by dx. This is your formula when it is product of three functions. Already last year you have used this. Next we come to formula number 4, that is, if it is y is equal to some constant c into u. What is c here? C is constant and u is function. C is some constant and u is some function. So we can write dy by dx equals to c into du by dx. You have to keep constant as it is, write derivative of only function. So first one is u plus or minus v, second is u into v, third is uvw, fourth one is c into u. Next we come to the last formula, that is y equals to u by v. So division of two functions where u and v are functions. So we can write dy by dx equals to v into du by dx minus u into dv by dx divided by v square. V into du by dx minus u into dv by dx divided by v square. So here I will write as a one note that y equals to uvw formula already I have given. So this is additional form, that is simplified form. I will give one more form here. So dy by dx here you can also write as uvw into 1 upon u into du by dx plus 1 upon v into dv by dx plus 1 upon w into dw by dx. Why I have given you this formula means somewhere this formula may be used. You should not get confused. So these are u plus v, u into v, c into u, then uvw, u by v. So these are the formulas and I have given you note. So you have to make all these formulas perfect and you have to make the standard form perfect. So next video I will show you how to make use of these formulas to solve sums.